Hey guys, I hope you're all doing really well. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my makeup collection, and this has been so seriously requested for the last year or so. Honestly, it's probably my most requested video, and I've been putting off doing it because, I don't know, it feels like it's a very personal thing. I don't want people to judge me for the amount of makeup that I have, whether you think it's too little or too much. I also don't really want people to be looking at the non-cruelty-free products and judging me for that. I don't really think that my storage solution is perfect quite yet, but whatever. With all that aside, you guys have been asking for it, so it's time for me to share this part of my life with you. So yeah, I'm gonna switch you around now and show you kind of the space, and then we'll just hop right into it. So here we have what was behind me in the intro. So this is just like a little piece of artwork that Patrick's sister made for him and I. And then we have a couple little like memory sort of things. So this is a mask that Patrick bought on a trip that he went on when he was younger. This is a poster that we had mounted, and then we found that art just like walking in Toronto, and then we also have a postcard from Alcatraz from when I went to San Francisco a couple years back. So that's everything that's on the wall here. And then this is like the little corner where my makeup collection lives. So it's a tiny little corner in our living room. So this is our living room, our dining room, and our kitchen. So everything's really connected. Our living space is relatively small. So here we have my makeup collection. So that is the plant that I usually pull actually onto this wall to show you guys, like to have behind me when I'm filming. So obviously this is not like my filming setup, but this is just like my real life setup. And then I kind of scooch stuff around so that I have a nice clean wall with relatively even light. So this is where everything that is part of my makeup collection lives. I got this vanity when I was working at a vintage store. I used to work in vintage retail, so I worked with furniture, decor, and just like other collectible pieces. And I got this piece for free. Actually, it was super nice that the store owner gifted it to me because I fell in love with that piece so much. And then the chair, I actually bought on Kijiji for like 10 bucks. And I reupholstered the seat with a fabric that I had actually just sitting around at home. I did another chair with it before. And then the Alex unit from IKEA, of course, because everyone has their makeup stored in that piece. So I just have the 5 drawer, and it fits everything just about perfectly. So the very best part about this vanity is actually that it kind of closes everything off, and you can open it up to a big mirror and to lots of storage, which is awesome. And as you can see here, as you can see here, I've put these strip lights in on the mirror, but honestly guys, I'm gonna be completely frank, they're crap. We bought them on Amazon, and the glue just comes off as soon as it's a little bit warm outside. It's just crappy, but they do have a remote. It is a really nice, just like big view with a lot of even lighting, which I love. I love this so, so much. I just wish that I had maybe better lights to do it with, but that is coming in time eventually. As you can see, the unit is divided into 2 parts. This part I tend to keep just like more so the tools, as well as obviously my remote. And then this side is where I keep like my everyday makeup. So what I've got over here is, these are the Way anti-frizz sheets. I've never used these at all. I don't know if I'm interested in them at all, but I have them there. I have a face cloth. This I just use instead of like using paper towel or something like that. I've got a little Bath & Body Works hand sanitizer. I'm just trying to work my way through it since I've got it. Q-tips and cotton pads. And guys, if you have any suggestions for reusable cotton pads or cotton rounds, please let me know, because I actually really want to find some. I've got a color switch here. This one's by Quo. This just came in like a recent powder purchase, so I've got it sitting here. I haven't decided if I want to keep it or not. And then just a bunch of random crap. I've got my headphones. I've got like depotting tool. I have got scissors, perfume, an empty small little powder container, bobby pins. Literally everything and anything lives in here. So I figured I would just grab my tripod to make this a little bit easier so I could actually show you guys what is in here. So this section is my everyday makeup products. These are the products that I reach for on an everyday basis. And of course there's cat hair in here too. That's just is my life. But anyway, so in here I have a couple boxes that I have the base and the lid, and I've just kind of separated things out so there isn't stuff just rolling everywhere. I've got a little makeup palette, so this I use to like mix foundations or to mix basically whatever I need to, concealers, whatever. I've also got my eyelash curlers here. I've got a Smashbox Super Fan Mascara. I've been loving that one so much for everyday eyes, and this is the ColourPop Crimper Super Shock Shadow. I just pulled this out because I'm trying to decide whether I want to Project Pan it or not, and I think I might have to because it's so close to getting used up anyway. Like you can see, so close to getting used up. And then I've got the Photo Focus eyeshadow primer. I have got a pencil sharpener, the Kat Von D Super Brow. I'm loving this stuff so much. The Bite Beauty lip pencil in the shade 20. I love that too. I have recently picked this one up and I am so happy with this purchase. This is the Wet n Wild retractable brow pencil. It's like a wedge shape brow pencil. It's so good. And my absolute favorite, this is the Kapari Lip Glossy. I've got an e.l.f. lip scrub and a mini Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. I'm loving all of these products at the moment. Like these are my go-to key products as of late. And then for primers, I have got two different ones here. Neither of them are my favorite, but the NYX Pore Filler and the Too Faced Primed and Peachy. Got the ColourPop Lunch Money Super Shock Cheek. I really want to work on getting this used up this year. I've got two different setting powders. This is the Milani Conceal and Perfect Shine Proof Powder, and I haven't used it enough to know whether or not I love it, but I have been reaching for it pretty much every single day. And then this is the Kat Von D Lock-It Powder Foundation in the shade Light 49. It is a little bit too pink for me, but I've been using it to set under my eyes, and I think I'm going to pan this really soon because I want to get this used up since it isn't the right shade for me. Too Faced Peach Perfect Powder. Been loving that so much. I already have a backup. And the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. You guys know I'm just in love with this so much as well. And I've got two concealers. These are my go-tos at the moment. The Tarte Shape Tape and the ColourPop No Filter. This one's basically empty now. It's crazy. I've used it up so quickly, but I love both of those at the moment for my everyday. And I don't even know if I mentioned this guy. This is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter. This has been my go-to foundation. It just lasts for those really long days for me really well. And then my two palettes that I'm focusing on this month. So this is my 1 month 1 palette, or 2 palettes rather. Dream Street by Kathleen Lights and ColourPop, and the Pacifica Solar palette. These are both really good. And as you can tell, I leave a little space here because I actually tend to pull my mirror over just so that I can get a better view of my eyes and my brows. I can get just like a little bit of a close-up view. So I just tend to pull this into this space, so that's why I keep it clear there. So this is the top of the Alex unit where that mirror lives, and I have got a couple things sitting up top. It actually is quite cluttered. It just always kind of is. Oh, I forgot to mention, this is a mosaic that Patrick made in high school, and I just really liked it, how it went with everything on the wall, so it just lives back there. This brush I am loving right now. This is such a cool brush. This is the Bronze Spooky by EcoTools. This is a newer release by them, and I freaking love it for bronzing like my shoulders and my neck, and then even just the perimeters of my face to give myself a really bronzy look. I'm loving that. It's so soft. It's so nice. Some EcoTools sponges here as well as a Real Techniques one. Everything is so dirty. I'm so sorry. That's just the way that my life is. I've got my water here. I always have a coaster here for whether I'm drinking coffee or water, whichever. Everything lives in this little Sephora dish. This is such a cute little dish though. And then my makeup brushes. So these are my face brushes, these are my eye brushes. Some of these are not cruelty free or they're not synthetic. I'm working my way through trying to find replacements very slowly, but like I said previously, like it's just not in my budget to like go out and just replace everything right away. So it's a slow transition, but most of these are synthetic brushes. So I just moved you around to show you the drawer. So here is the top drawer. This is not a makeup drawer. This is actually my skincare and hair care drawer, and it is always a mess. It's always chaotic. But in terms of skincare, I have a lot of Drunk Elephant, First Aid Beauty. This is a Vaseline product, and yes, I want to work my way through it. I've got a couple of dry shampoos here as well, and yeah, it's just a little bit of everything. There is a Philosophy Clear Days Ahead. This is one of my few non-cruelty-free skincare products that remains there as well. And yeah, that's absolutely everything in there. I don't really want to go into full details. So now we're getting into the makeup drawers. Only 3 of these drawers are filled with makeup. So the first one here is primarily eyes, and this is one of my favorite drawers. Actually, they're all my favorites. So this is ColourPop Single Shadows. Here I have a pretty big collection of them, to be honest. This is my Z palette, so I have my Benefit Rockateur, which I want to finish up this year. And then lots of ColourPop and Wet n Wild Single Shadows. Well, these are Wet n Wild trios that I depotted. And then ColourPop primarily in here. In this back corner, I have some lashes. I don't like these ones, to be completely honest, and Ardell individuals and a pair of Ardell lashes. That's literally my whole lash collection. Lashes are just not my thing. I want to get into them more, but I just haven't as of late. And then I've got a ColourPop quad here. It's just empty. But then I can just put any of these shadows into here whenever I'm traveling. So in this back corner, I've got primarily like single shadows. So this is something that I got in an Ipsy. It's the balm from the Meet Matte Trimony. I've got my liquid shadows, so Stila and then Cover FX. I've got 2 NYX single shadows. I think that they're called hot singles. And then this e.l.f. This is not good, to be completely honest. I don't like this at all, but I got this in an Ipsy. And I don't know, I want to reach for it more and really develop my opinion on it, but I don't like it, so I don't really reach for it. And then I've got a couple of glitter liners here as well, NYX and Annabelle. And then this is primarily eyeliners, and then a couple of eyeshadow primers, the NYX Glitter Primer and the Ulta Beauty Matte Eye Primer. This is another single shadow, which should be here. This was in an Ipsy as well. I've literally never worn this on my eyes once. And then eyeliners. So I've got liquid liners and I have got pencil liners. There's a bit of a mix of everything. It's primarily the NYX Vivid Brights in here. And then in this drawer, I've got brow products primarily. 2 different brow gels, the Essence little eyeshadow primer pots, an Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade, an Essence Eyebrow Gel, which is a brow pomade as well, and a Physicians Formula. This is the Lash Contortionist, I think, and this should be in my empties, because this is like 5 or 6 months old at this point. This is embarrassing. I never pay attention to that kind of stuff. This is the Ciate Fierce Flicks, should be in there too. And then the Milk Kush Mascara. I'm digging this. Like, I'm loving this, guys. This has been really, like, something that really shocked me. I really, really like this so, so much. And it's worth the hype. And then I've got a mini of the Milk Urbane? I don't know how you pronounce that. This is not something that I like in comparison. The wand is really weird. All right, so this next drawer is one of the deeper drawers in the Alex unit. And this one is probably my favorite drawer. I know I said that about the other one too, but I really love this drawer. It is lips and eyeshadow palettes. And I've got all of my lipsticks here at the front. These are just like acrylic units. They're not actually for lipsticks. I don't know what they're for, but they're just acrylic little grids, and they're perfect for standing up all my lipsticks. And I used to have lipsticks in like tubs like this, but I could never see what was on the bottom, so I never used them. I would always just reach for the ones that were sitting on the top. So this is perfect because I can actually see the names and I can see the colors and everything like that. So this is quite the mix. I've got all of my like bolder lipsticks, and then I've got lipstick like bullets and lip glosses, and it's just a mix of everything. And then I've got an empty ColourPop. This is just empty ColourPop palette. I should actually really clean that. That's disgusting. Whatever. I got an Anastasia Glow Kit. This is the Sugar Glow Kit. Mine came broken, so I had to repress this one, and I should have repressed it outside of the packaging because the alcohol kind of bled through the packaging, but this is a beautiful palette. I really like this one quite a lot. I have got, so it's like, this is full of mini lipsticks, and then this lip pencil is just a little bit too long, but this is all mini lipsticks. Kat Von D, Bite, Tarte, an ABH and Smashbox. And then in the back here, it's really difficult for you guys to see. Let me pull it around. So this is the back of the drawer. This is where the eyeshadow palettes live. And you can see I have a lot of them in the boxes. I just prefer to store them that way. And this is the empty box for the Dream Street palette, actually. I've got some smaller palettes. So there's an Essence one here, all about toffee. I haven't used that near enough. I've got some Wet n Wild ones here as well. This is a true favorite. This is the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. This is just such a good palette. I love this so much. I need to definitely use it as like a 1 month to palette focus really soon for sure. I have got Subculture here. This is also a fave. It's like on the total opposite end of the spectrum. This is the Urban Decay Electric palette. Oh, I love that palette so much. I have got the Fenty Galaxy palette. This was a holiday palette. ColourPop Yes Please. Anastasia Modern Renaissance. This is a mini Joe Fresh little like neutrals palette. This is a really good palette actually, and I don't know 100% if Joe Fresh is cruelty free, but I believe that they are. Here I've got the NYX Ultimate Brights. This is like the newest addition to my makeup collection, and I'm so happy with this. So happy with it. I've got Wet n Wild Comfort Zone. Lorac Unzipped Gold. This has got to go by the end of this year for sure. Look at this. I'm gonna have to focus on this really soon because I want to get rid of it. I've got this. This is the Too Faced chocolate bar. I don't need to show you guys that by any means. This is the Clara Cosmetics. My friend bought this for me actually. This is a beautiful little neutrals palette. I haven't used it near enough, but this highlight shade is stunning. Stunning. I've got a couple of Essence palettes. Ugh, I know this here is not the best setup, to be honest. Okay, Shape and Shadows. This is like a brow and neutrals palette, and then the Glow Must Go On. This is a more of a face and eyes palette. I haven't really reached for those near enough. I should put them in a project pan to like really formulate my opinions on them. And then these are both face palettes. I've got the NYX contour palette, which is totally like all out of whack because I'm missing one pan, and then this one's a blush. And then the Anastasia contour kit, which is so grubby. I've got pan on that guy, and this pan I recently just threw away. I meant to keep it, and it unfortunately went in the garbage. So those live on the end there. So it's not like the most perfect setup, but it's pretty good. I don't know if this is gonna be a good angle, but this is the third drawer in my makeup collection, and it is another one of the deeper drawers. And it is all face and base products, basically. So I've got all of my like cheek products living here. So there's blushes, bronzers, and highlighters all along the side here. I've got some setting powders in the back. So the e.l.f. one that I just had recently in a project pan, another e.l.f. HD one in the older packaging, and then a backup of the Too Faced Peach Perfect right there. And here I've got a couple samples actually from Sephora of different foundations, and they're in like deeper shades, so I haven't worn them yet. Essence All I Need concealer palette sitting here. I don't know if you can even see back here. Back at the back here, I've got a Marc Jacobs. This is a Marc Jacobs setting spray. It's not great, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. And then I've got this is a Smashbox primer water, but this one actually doesn't have the primer water in it. This is just water. And then the Too Faced Peach Mist setting spray. Those live back there. Got a Too Faced Hangover X primer. I think it's just Hangover. I don't know why I keep calling it Hangover X. And then I've got a Tarte Rainforest of the Sea drops. I've got some lightning drops here, and then all of my foundations. There's really not much. So I've got Cover FX, Too Faced, Born This Way, 2 of the Wet n Wild Photo Focus, the ABH. This is the stick foundation. I love this stuff so much, actually. It's just a little warm for me right now, but I really love it. And then this e.l.f., these are like highlighting drops, and this is the Smashbox and Vlada highlighting drops as well. They separate so badly, but they look beautiful on the body. They really do. Not an essential by any means. And then the NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat. I recently picked this up again because I had purchased it in the past and I really like this a lot. Here in this top corner is just where primarily concealers live, and a Marc Jacobs concealer that I'm debating whether I want a Project Pan or not, a Pixie Brightening Concentrate, and an Essence Color Corrector, and then some Milk foundation samples that came with the Sephora order. And that's everything for the makeup. Yeah, that's really it. There's like some minis of different products. So this one came in an Ipsy, the Hot Mama by the Balm. This is the Kathleen Lights highlighter palette. I don't really have much to say about everything here. If you guys want to know specific products that are in specific categories, then I can definitely do that. But yeah, that's basically everything. This last drawer isn't makeup at all, so I don't really want to show you, but it's just nail polish and then brushes and some like empty containers live at the back there, nail polish remover. It's just a mess. So yeah, that's actually my entire makeup collection. So that was my entire makeup collection. I'm sure you guys were either expecting it to be bigger than it is or smaller than it is. I'm not really sure which end of the spectrum you would have expected, but it isn't a large collection by any means. However, this is more makeup than any one person really needs to use in most of their lifetime. So I do understand that it is a little larger, and that's why I Project Pan. That's a big part of it. But yeah, that is my makeup collection. I don't know how this is going to be received. I hope that you guys enjoyed it because you did request it so much. And thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.